Hello guys, Dusty here with another pickup video, and yes, we have found more video games. We've bought more video games, we bought a whole bunch of controllers and stuff. And yeah, I do apologize, by the way, for the sparsity of videos lately. There's actually two reasons to it. First of all, personal life has been a little bit weird lately, so I haven't really gotten time to record or, have felt the drive to record, I suppose, because, I don't like to record these videos when I'm not in a good mood. And also, of course, the pickups have been sparse. We haven't been finding nearly as much as I would like to. But still, we've found some pretty good quality stuff, so I'm gonna go ahead and show it all to you. So to get started, we found one thing in the Mason City Goodwill a long time ago. I think this is before the last pickup video, but I forgot about it. It was for $3, Empire Earth Gold Edition. Yeah, I basically saw this with where they keep the PC games and stuff. And I decided, if that's a good deal on this game, I'll get it. And it's like, complete with everything. It's like $25 online. So I figured, what the heck, might as well go ahead and grab it. So yeah, and by the way, I don't collect a ton of PC stuff, but if it's either something kind of cool or something that's kind of sought after, I'll go for it. So yeah, that can go in the PC pile that I have no space in. Great. Okay, now next up, these pickups were from like right after the Genesis haul. So the one where I found the complete Rocket Knight, and the one that I found the complete Bucky O'Hare. Wherever I put that, I think it's right here. Yep, Bucky O'Hare. So about a few days after that, I went to the Goodwill again, and I was just about to leave the Goodwill, because I hadn't found anything, but I had checked over I was about to go check the puzzles and board games, because I don't do that every time I go in, because I never have found anything there, other than, I think I may have found my Wing Commander games, there, but that was years ago, alright, I picked those up years ago, so, yeah, I never find anything over there, but I try to go in there and check every couple days at least. But the problem is it's like on the complete other side of the Goodwill, which is why I don't check it all the time. And on the other register behind the cashier was this little basket full of a Game Boy and Game Boy games. So I was like, that's weird, because they never put games there. So I figured I'd go ahead and wait in line. I had to wait in line for like 20 minutes because there was like 3 families just with $600 worth of Goodwill merchandise, which is about 3-4 truckloads, I think. And they finally got to me. I was like, this can't be worth it. There's no way this can be worth it. Because it's just original Game Boy stuff. Usually it's not all that great if you can find it at the Goodwill, at least in my experience. But I figured, what the heck, I've been waiting in line so long. Let's see what they have there. So the cashier knew exactly what I was looking for. They recognized me. So they grabbed me the basket full of games. And the games were $3. So I was like, oh, great. What am I possibly going to be finding for Game Boy games that's worth $3? I bought every single one of them because they were pretty much all quality titles, well worth over $3. I mean, like, this is a good half of the stack of, like, really, sought after Game Boy games. Like, it really freaking crazy to stumble upon. And also, of course, the Game Boy was $3. So let's get started with the Game Boy. Yep, this is the Game Boy that I found. It was $3. It's one of the made in Japan ones, which have a kind of tendency for the dot matrix display to kind of die on them and lose lines. This one's actually in perfect shape. The only problem is this falls off, which is an easy fix, fortunately. So you can either buy reproductions like I have on this Game Boy right here, or you can, just glue this one back on, maybe shine it up, polish it a little bit. That's probably what I'll do. But yeah, this actually is going to go in my collection because my my one Japanese Game Boy that I already had was missing a column. So on like the very edge. So it was difficult to tell that it was missing one, but it was missing one. So yeah, now I have an upgrade to my Japanese Game Boy. By the way, for those of you who are wondering what I'm talking about, there's 2 versions of the original Game Boy. They're the ones made in Japan and the ones made in China. I think the ones made in Japan were a little bit earlier, so they tended to have all the hardware issues, and Nintendo sorted that out when they shipped off production to China. So, yeah, let's get on to these games because most of them are pretty exciting. So we do have some kind of boring ones. I just picked them all up because they all looked like quality. And I had never heard of this before, but apparently it's a fighter for the Game Boy. We got Raging Fighter, I think a Konami game. Yep, Konami game. And once again, all these games were $3. That Game Boy was $3, so not too bad of a start so far. We've gotten, and all of them other than this one came in these cases, and they are all in immaculate condition. Like they are as good as you will ever find of condition for Game Boy games. So that's pretty freaking awesome. But we managed to find Wave Race on the Game Boy, which I didn't know that existed, but apparently that is in fact a thing. But yeah. Pretty cool find nonetheless. These two aren't necessarily like worth the $3. Like, you know, they're probably worth about maybe $3 to $5 a piece. Now this is where things get interesting because all the rest of these are easily worth over probably over $5. I would say at least. For starters, we had a game that I'd never heard of before, but I mean with this cover art, you got to pick it up because it looks so cool. It's Mercenary Force. For the Game Boy. Looks pretty cool. And once again, you can just see the shine on these labels. It's quite amazing stuff. So, $3. Pretty good find for that one. We got Double Dragon, the Game Boy port. The Final Fantasy Legend, which is pretty cool. I'd heard of these games before. I hear they're pretty good, I think. And we also, of course, found Final Fantasy Legend 2. And Final Fantasy Legend 3. We also found, and this one I did not own before, which is crazy. I actually, oh well, we'll just show it off first. Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Now, I did not own this before, other than on Game Boy, I have the Japanese version of the DX cart. I would like to get the American DX cart eventually, but for now, I just have the Japanese DX cart and the American original release. So, $3, that's a pretty good steal. Let's see. Next up, we got Bionic Commando, which is a pretty cool find, Capcom game. And I haven't played these yet, so I don't know if they're any good or not, but you know, checking values off eBay, they were worth way more than what I paid for them for the most part. We got Capcom's Gargoyles for the Game Boy. We got, this one was kind of up there, like $30-ish, Great Greed. Namco title. And then, of course, we got the one that I've actually heard of, Castlevania 2 Belmont's Revenge, which is worth about what I paid for all of this stuff. About $43-ish, I think, is what it at. No, that can't be possible. It has to be divisible by 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 37, 38, $39 total. So, yeah, about in that neighborhood. So, yeah, altogether, not too bad of a trip to the Goodwill, I would say that one was. Alright, so next up, we've got, we'll just go through all these games that I have on the floor, and these pickups are so old, honestly, that I can't remember the exact stories behind them, but I might be able to remember when I start showing them off. So to get started, we have a Goodwill find. Just found this one, I believe, by itself at the Goodwill at one point. Sleeping Dogs on the PS3 for $3. I've heard good things about this game, so I figured I'd go ahead and grab it. Ooh, we have a Square Enix members card there. I don't want anybody taking that code besides me. But yeah, I'd heard good things about it. I've heard it's also remastered on the PS4, so that'd probably be the version to play. Granted, I don't know, like with the graphic style of this one, I don't know how well they could have remastered it to make it worth getting on the next-gen console, but it doesn't matter. We got that one anyway. $3, not too bad a price for it. This one's actually an upgrade copy to a game that I already had. Another random straggler Goodwill find. Animal Crossing Wild World. Now, I do actually have Animal Crossing Wild World in the case, hopefully. If I can find it. It will be embarrassing if I can't. There it is. Wait, no. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, so we got Animal Crossing Wild World. And I had this before, and I paid $3 for it even. But it didn't have the sleeve. So yeah, this is actually a case upgrade for my current copy of Animal Crossing Wild World. I'm pretty sure it's the real like insert. It doesn't have the sleeve. It has the actual game, the actual manual. Just it doesn't have the spine to it. So I don't know what's up with that. And it even looks real compared to the original, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't actually taken it out to examine it. It might just be printout art. But yeah, and in this copy of Animal Crossing Wild World, we got Mario Kart DS. Which I figure is okay because this is just an upgrade anyway, so what I can do is I can just take this Animal Crossing cart, put it in here in place of the Mario Kart DS cart, and then put this on my shelf. Like that. So now I don't have to look for it, without a spine anymore. And now I have an extra, not quite entire case of Animal Crossing Wild World. I've got an extra copy of Mario Kart DS. So altogether, not too bad of a score for $3, I figured. Upgrade a game, and I can probably get rid of this for easily $3. Alright, next up, we got two Iowa Falls Goodwill pickups. We actually got Nintendogs Lab and Friends, which I honestly have no idea why I picked this up. It was $2.39, and that's probably what the game's worth. And this is the only one that I actually already have in the case, so I don't know. And I think I even have the manual and everything for it too. Yeah, I don't know why I bought this. But it is a variant, actually. Different UPC SKUs. If you look on there. Yeah, so I guess this is going in the game collection. I don't know what's different between the two, but if they're just slightly different releases or what, but I collect those because I'm crazy. So, yeah, those are both going in the collection. And then we also got another copy of Professor Layton and the Curious Village. I think I've found 3 copies of this within the past year. This one's a little dirty, but it was $2.39. Good price to pay for this game. And yeah, I already do have it complete in perfect shape. This is not a different version from the looks of the SKU. So I will be keeping my original one that I got for $2.50. A little bit more money, but a little bit less dirty, I suppose. So, kind of a trade-off there. Whatever. So throw that in the duplicates pile. Are we gonna put together a duplicates pile? Yeah, we are. Right here. Okay. Next up, we got some pawn shop finds for the Xbox 360, and I think I had mentioned this at one point, but the Xbox 360 games at the pawn shop now are $4, and the Wii games at the pawn shop are now $2. So very interesting dynamic there. I'm gonna be probably picking up way more Xbox 360 and Wii games. Usually $4 anyway. This one was $1.99, so I figured I'd pick it up anyway. I suppose why not? We got Destiny the Taken King Legendary Edition. I've heard this game is very good from some people and kind of tedious from others. And yeah, it comes with the download card that's probably already been used in the original copy of Destiny. But I don't know. It's nice to own the kind of definitive version of that game anyway. And we also got, which was kind of a cool find for $4, Silent Hill HD Collection. This is easily like a $20 game. And I do have the original releases of both games. In fact, I think I have multiple copies of Silent Hill 3. But yeah, it's good to have on the Xbox 360 HD Collection. I don't know how good that port of it is, but looks nice on the shelf anyway. Okay, so next up for some more Goodwill pickups, we've got some PS3 games. Specifically, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, The Two Worlds, I think. The Fate of Two Worlds, excuse me. I'm not versed in Marvel vs. Capcom. Nonetheless, cool to have the game anyway for $3 complete. Can't complain about that. I can complain about my lack of PlayStation 3 space, so I have nowhere to put this right now, but that'll just go in a stack right here. And we also found a game that I kind of wanted to play at one point, but I'll probably wait until the PS4 version, or until I can find the PS4 version. We got Metal Gear Solid: The Phantom Pain, once again complete in nice shape, $3. Can't really complain about that. I think that's close to the cheapest I'm ever gonna find these calibers of PS3 games. Who knows? This one's very common. I might be able to find it at the Goodwill every day of the week for like $1 in a few years. But for now, that's perfectly fine. Okay, so let's try to keep track. I'll also stack this PS3 game on top of those ones. Let's see. I think this is a straggler pickup from the pawn shop. This was $1.99. We got Resident Evil: The Umbrella Chronicles. Never played it. I don't know if it's any good, but it uses the zapper, so that could be interesting. And yeah, it's complete, nice shape, so I figured $2 for a Resident Evil game. Can't pass that up. And I also got, and once again, no space for Wii games either. I really need to move down to the basement game room. That's what I need to do, but for now I just need to find more space because that's been chaotic trying to get that worked out. But yeah, we also found, I think no, this is from the Goodwill actually, so I paid $2 for it. Yeah, I remember I paid $2 for it because it didn't have a price tag on it. But we got Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword for the Wii, so not too bad of a find. For $2 in particular, that's actually a really good deal for this game. This is the game, I mean, this is the version of the game that would not have come with the bundle, because the version that comes with the bundle doesn't say that on it. Which, funny story about that, my version of the game that came with the bundle was actually stolen from me a long time ago, and it took me a very long time to find a version that I didn't have to buy the whole entire bundle for, that actually included the version of the game without the bundle. Because I wanted it to be actually complete. And I actually got a good deal on that one too at the time. I think I paid $27 for it. This one was $2, so very nice price for Skyward Sword. Because I think it's usually still floating around the $30 area. But anyway, these were $1 PC games from the Goodwill. I figured why not for $1. We got Aliens vs. Predator 2 Gold Edition. $1, why not? Once again. We got Myst 3 Exile, the sequel to Myst and Riven. Because the Myst games gotta let you know that they are in fact sequels. So, you know, of course, Riven is called Riven, the sequel to Myst. Excuse me. And Myst 3 is Myst Exile, the sequel to Myst and Riven. So, yeah, kind of. I've always found that a little bit too odd. They could have just called it Myst 3, but, you know, that would have been too much work. All right, let's see if I can drink water properly. How are we doing on time? Pretty decent. Okay, and we also found Mind Coach, your brain coach. Big fun, bigger brain. Hey, for $1. And I picked this one up because it actually had inside of it. It had 155,000 games in it. How do you pass that up for $1? I mean, seriously, I could just throw away all these other games now because I got 155,000 right here. And I never actually checked inside of this. I think it just has the AOL disc. Yeah, it has the AOL disc. Great. Nothing but empty promises. Unless this disc is in here. No, it's just the one disc. So yeah, I feel slightly ripped off now. Well, what are you gonna do? This will go in the PC collection. As is. Let's see. Next find, because it took me this long to find this, for probably $2 from the Goodwill. Wii Music, because I did not have it before. And how can you not have Wii Music? It's like the best game for the system. That's a joke, of course, but, you know. It was fun how they showed it off at E3, so hey, at least there's that. Let's see, we also got, let's see, where did these ones come? Oh, this one came from the Goodwill also for $2. We got Mario Kart. That's a pretty darn good price to pay for Mario Kart nowadays. It is complete in good shape. Don't even want to bother opening it, but, you know, it's complete in good shape. We got Mario Party 8, another copy. I believe this one is disc only. Double check. Yep, it is in fact disc only, but nonetheless, we got Mario Party 8. I'm not even sure if I own a complete copy of Mario Party 8, just like 12 that don't have the manuals. But anyway, we also got Super Smash Bros. Brawl for $1.99 from the pawn shop. I believe that was a pawn shop find too. That had New Super Mario Bros. Wii in it. I don't think I noticed that when I picked it up from the pawn shop, but I have checked since, I'm pretty sure, making this video. But yeah, we got Super Mario Bros. Wii in a Super Smash Bros. Brawl case. I don't know. That's probably an upgrade to one of the discs of one of my New Super Mario Bros. And an upgrade to one of my cases of Super Smash Bros. Brawl, I'm sure. So that's not all that bad for $2. Heck, the disc's probably worth that. And then we also got a version of Super Mario All-Stars that I didn't have. The Greatest Hits version for $4. I figured, hey, that's a decent price to pay for this one. And it's complete, in good shape. Can't complain about that. Okay. So let's see. What else do we have here for games? So the last two game finds, and then we have a bunch of controllers and other things that I'm pretty sure you guys know that I've picked up. We've got some Goodwill finds. It looked like the Goodwill games were picked through, however I found two that were interesting finds. We got Daisenryaku Exceed 7 Modern Military Tactics for the PlayStation 2. It did not have the game, or not the game. It didn't have the manual, but with a title like that, I mean, you gotta pick up this one. That's gotta be a classic. And we also got a pretty darn cool find, though it had $1 on it, and the Goodwill charges $2. So yeah, that's a little disappointing that I didn't get it for $1. If I went to the right garage sale, I could have probably gotten it for $1, but I didn't. But still, this game's like a $15 game. So we got Metropolis Mania, a Natsume title, which is serious fun, apparently. And, yeah, it's complete in good shape. So hey, $15. I mean, $2. Money. $2, not too bad. Let's see. Next up, we're going to go through the stuff that you guys are actually going to want to see. The stuff that you were expecting in this video, specifically. Yes, the Best Buy SNES Classic that I got for, of course, actually like around $80. Not even tax on this one because I had Best Buy credit, so it took $5 off my order. But yeah, this is SNES Classic. It's pretty cool stuff. I opened it on stream. It was a fun time. Played it a lot. I met up with a bunch of friends from Now in Stock on my Twitch channel, and we all had a great time. And this is what the console looks like. It's super cute. And this pops open to show the controller things, so that's nice too. And yeah, and it's difficult to close again, but I still don't know how this door works. It's too confusing. Yeah, but yeah, SNES Classic and controller. And kind of the funny story behind that one, I ended up getting it on Wednesday when it was supposed to release Friday because I had ended up intercepting it at the USPS post office. So that got it earlier. And I also got another one, of course, from GameStop in-store pre-orders. So this one's going to be sealed and collected for future generations to behold and say, you kept that stupid thing in a box when they're like $5 at the Goodwill. What the heck's wrong? You paid $80? What's wrong with you, man? Yeah, that's what I expect in the future, but who knows? I assume eventually these things are just gonna, be common, but for now they're not. So I'm happy to have 2 of them. Okay, and last but not least for console pickups, these were actually from yesterday, I believe, that or the day before. I believe the day before, actually. But the pawn shop was selling Wii's for $10 a piece, so I grabbed 3. And the reason for that was because I kind of want to start, I want one to mod, one to keep because one of my Wii's is broken. And one, that's the one that doesn't play GameCube games because I didn't have one of those already. And they all came with the controllers. Granted, they were generic and all the hookups and stuff, so that was well worth the money spent, I suppose. At least I do think it was. Eventually, I'll get around to modding one of these Wii's, and it'll be a nice emulation box. But for now, yeah, they're just on my floor. So there we go. We also found at the Goodwill at one point for $2.50 a Gravis Eliminator Aftershock, which is kind of cool. I like Gravis controllers, particularly if I can find them complete in the box, so not too bad. Let's see, we're just going to blow through all these controllers real quick because I've picked up quite a few of them in the past, few months. We got a Wii Zapper. We got a NES Zapper from the Goodwill for $3. I already have one, but now I have 2, so yay. We got a Spice Orange GameCube controller, $5 at the pawn shop, easily worth it for a $5, or for a Spice Orange GameCube controller. First party, of course, great shape. Just needs a little bit of a clean. We got for $3. This one came with a Nintendo. Wait, no, this one actually came with the Nintendo RF adapter. I don't know why I bought this one for the shape it is. It is in. Maybe because it's one of the rarer ones that would have came with one of the Super Nintendo Minis or one of the later release, I believe, ones that you would have bought individually. But yeah, this is a Super Nintendo controller that is in really rough shape. So hey, maybe I'll need to do a video restoring that. And we also found at the same time one that's in actually pretty darn good shape for $3 with a Nintendo RF adapter. So easily worth the money right there. Let's see, we also found at the local Goodwill for $2.50 an Xbox 360 controller with the plug-and-charge cable, though I don't believe it actually came with a battery. Did it come with the battery? Yeah, it came with the battery. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Now I have another one of those if I can actually get this battery to charge, which I probably can't, but I'll have to short it out and see if I can make it charge. Because when those things die, they're pretty much just dead. You can't revive them unless you short it out and then try just shoving power into it. Anyway, And then we also got another GameCube controller for $1.75. This one needs a new analog stick, but other than that, it's in decent shape. Just needs cleaned up a little bit. Okay, and then we also found, for $2 a piece, because the pawn shop had a bunch of stuff that they were trying to get rid of, we got these suspicious-looking things. These are the PlayStation 3 and 4 for the, like, VR thing, I believe, Move controllers. And I do have the ones with, like, the weird snowbally light things on them somewhere over here. I just don't know where I put them, and I also have a charger for them, too. But, yeah, these are just the counterparts to them. These are, like, the nunchucks, but they have all the buttons and everything on them. Yeah. Now I actually have these, so I can play some good old PlayStation games, waggling controllers around, because that's all fun, and games and whatnot. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all my pickups for the past while. Not a ton, considering the amount of time this spans over. Like, it's darn near 2 months now, and that's all I found. But not too bad, considering, you know, some people just can't find anything nowadays. It sucks with everybody looking nowadays. You gotta be on the ball, out there every day. It's stressful. I remember the days, and I bring this up a lot, I remember the days when I could just, you know, go to the Goodwill every 3 days and pick up everything that they ever got in. And you know, the pawn shop like every 2 days and get everything. I remember for $15 there was a Dreamcast in the case. I couldn't buy it that Thursday. I had went in that Saturday and it was still there. Or actually I had my sister go in and get it that Saturday and it was still there and she bought it for me. And that was my first Dreamcast. So shout out to my sister for getting me my first Dreamcast, though I have since gotten another one from the Goodwill for $5, I believe. That one was. But it didn't come with controllers or anything. So now However, I did get another Dreamcast controller from the pawn shop at one point, so now I have 3 of those. Anyway, now I'm just rambling. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully I'll have more soon. Though, I don't know. With the way my personal life's been, things have been pretty busy, so they might not show up as often as I'd like them to. But please bear with me. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still going to be making YouTube videos. But for now, this has been Dusty. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Take it easy.